So, lads, today we're going to talk about this. The Indiana Fever may or may not have just leaked their most recent roster change. Again, I don't know how much of this or what relevance this is, or if it's relevant at all. But this doesn't look. This looks kind of good for certain people because you can see right here, Fever player appearance, July the 8th. Good old Ari McDonald and Lexi Hull. If you guys don't know, this was Lexi Hull and Bri Turner. It says player subject to change. This was Lexi Hull and Bri Turner. So the Indiana Fever have posted this about, 12 minutes ago now? Posted July the 8th, 4 to 5 p.m. And obviously a player appearance for these two. Was this supposed to be Bri? Is this happening soon? Thank you, Bri Turner. Bri Turner news, son. Wasn't it supposed to be Bri Turner? They finally figured out Bri brings it to the table. Kind of feel bad for Bri. Everyone waiting on news for her to be waived. And I don't know. I don't know what the story is. I don't know what the situation is. But, like, Bri Turner is somebody, realistically, it has to be waived. Bri Turner finally off my team. This would be the most annoying thing ever if it just turned out. If this just turned out that Bri Turner just wasn't available. That she just wasn't available. Maybe this is not a paid gig. Maybe the team aren't allowed to pay them if they represent their team. Maybe this is just like literally a free gig. It's just completely free gig. And she just decided, I'm not around today. I'll cover you. Ari, can you cover me today and I'll cover you next time? There is a possibility. There is genuinely a possibility that's the case. And if that's the case, I don't even know. I think Fever fans will probably lose it if that ends up being the case. With it being the way it is right now, the Fever obviously have taken away their least popular player. Their least popular player in Bri Turner. And if she's gone, the fans are going to lose their minds. Because, like, let's be real. The Minnesota Lynx are currently courting Emma Messiman. Like, they're currently, Fee Collier is currently recruiting her. The New York Liberty are currently recruiting Emma Messiman too. The Phoenix Mercury are not signing Dewana Bonner. Because they're waiting on seeing if they win or lose the Emma Messiman sweepstakes. And the Indiana Fever still employ Brianna Turner. Like, look, let's be real. Of all teams that are quote-unquote contenders, Bri Turner is the worst player on all of them. The Liberty, maybe it's a bit different because they kind of got two end-of-the-bench players. But, like, for the Indiana Fever, the worst player, like, is she worse than Markeisha Davis? Maybe that's an argument. She's worse than every single player on the Lynx, including Elisa Petey. She's worse than every player on the Lynx. She's worse than every player on the Mercury. And she's worse than every player on the Dream. So, like, realistically, it is, like, it is what it is. And I do hope that the Indiana Fever just get rid of Bri Turner because there's nothing that she offers. And they don't need another big. If they're confident in Dantas, who thankfully the injury, the rolling ankle, does not seem to be a big deal. Thankfully, rolling her ankle does not seem to be the end of the world. Which is big. Honestly, it is big that she rolled her ankle and came out and played and then played the final at 35 in the final. I think that is a real important thing. And honestly, for the Fever, Dantas and Turner is enough for their bench bigs if you don't get Emma Messiman. If you get Emma Messiman, Natasha, you go sit on the bench. You go sit in the bench, I'm sorry. You've been great. You can still play 25 minutes a game. We're just lowering your minutes to 25 and we're lowering Aaliyah's to like 30. And we're playing Emma 30 a game. The three U's. If Emma Messiman comes, Dantas just won't see the floor. Like, Dantas is playing 0 minutes. Natasha Howard's coming off the bench, and Aaliyah Boston is there. Literally, Emma Messiman is a much better version of Aaliyah Boston. And I'm not saying Aaliyah Boston in the future won't be better than Emma Messiman, but right now she just they have their game is the exact same. Emma can just shoot the 3 ball a little bit better. She's not as strong as Aaliyah. She's not as strong as Aaliyah, but her post footwork's better. But Emma's just better right now at the sport of basketball. So that would be obviously a huge get for the Indiana Fever. But the problem is, if in terms of seamless fit, with John Quell out, she immediately starts for the Liberty. She immediately starts for the Lynx over Bridget Carlton. Alana Smith plays perfectly beside her. She starts immediately for the Lynx, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Fever people will be like, oh yeah, Natasha Howard needs to start. So, and that's the thing with the Mercury. Catherine Westbeld starting for them, so she starts for the Mercury. So I think for Emma, the Fever is very unlikely. But they do need to get rid of Turner because they need a dynamic wing. They need a dynamic wing from somewhere. They need a 6'3", 6'4", 6'3", 6'4" track star. Realistically, it is what it is. It is what it is. They don't need Bri Turner. Any competent organization would have fired Bri Turner. And yeah, it's one of those things. I hope the Fever do announce it. And it's nothing personal. Look, Bri Turner seems to be a good locker room person. Every interview seems to be a great locker room person. The problem is the team has to pay for the sins of front offices past. And they don't have the money to keep her. Really, or not even the money. Realistically, you don't need a 12th. You've already got Sid Colson for that. With Ari McDonald and Caitlin back, Sid Colson's already not going to play. You don't need 2 players in the team to not play. You need to go 10, 11. You need to go 11 deep in the playoffs because if a player gets injured, you're screwed. If Natasha Howard picks up an injury, or if she's just tired, or if you're having a back-to-back. If Aaliyah Boston picks up an injury, the team is screwed. If Natasha Howard picks up an injury, the team's screwed. If Dantas is injury prone, the team's screwed. So yeah, honestly, I do hope that it is I do feel bad for her because she seems like a nice person, but at the end of the day, I would assume the Fever, even if they haven't cut her, I would hope the Fever do at some stage cut her before the playoffs because it is not good enough. All right, no team that's looking to win a championship is going to have a player that offers nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even Kirsten Bell offers something for the Aces. She can at least shoot the ball. Bri Turner in a layup line looks like somebody that took up the sport last week. Just watch her in a layup line. I'm not even joking about that. She might be the worst player on the contract in the WNBA. Because she was historically a great defender. She's been terrible on defense this year. Absolutely terrible. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.